Hi there, it's Sasia. You know that in IELTS reading you need to read a lot, right? So if you take IELTS Academic, you'll be expected to read 3 passages like that. In IELTS General Training, the passages will be shorter, but you'll get 5 of them. And obviously you don't have enough time to read all that and answer 40 questions. Do you actually need to read all this? Well, the answer is yes and no. Let me show you something. Here. I've highlighted all the lines that contain answers. So that's what you really need to read carefully to answer all the questions to this passage correctly. The rest is the background information. But of course you have to read through all the text to find the key moments that matter. So, I'm going to show you some techniques that will help you to read faster and answer questions in less time. Ready? Let's get started. Are you familiar with the concept of intensive and extensive reading? When you learn English at school, typically you're taught to read intensively. It means you read slowly and carefully, trying to understand everything. If you don't know a word, you stop and you look up the word in the dictionary. And that is very slow. But for most people, it becomes a habit. And you always read like that in English. But there is another type of reading, extensive reading. That's how you read newspapers in your own language. You read very quickly, not paying too much attention to any particular word. If you don't understand something, you don't stop. You just keep on reading. And by the end of the article, you still get the general meaning, even if you couldn't understand some of the words or some of the information. And that's how you should read for about 70% of the time in IELTS reading. Because most of the information there is just the background information. And you can skim over in order to find the lines that contain answers. And then you slow down and you read intensively, thoughtfully to understand and find your answer. So let me show you how you can start reading extensively in English and some exercises that will help you. Read phrases, not words. Do you read each word one by one, carefully following them, or maybe even following them with a pencil? Then you pay as much attention to an article as you do to a keyword, and that wastes your time. Train your eyes to read in chunks, in word groups, because you can see several words at the same time. For example, this question. Move your eyes just 3 times. Do you read each word and one by one? Once you get used to it, it will be much quicker. Next, stop hearing words in your head. When we hear words we are reading in our minds, it slows us down because we can't move on to the next word until we've finished hearing the previous one. And there is a fun way to get rid of this habit. Just say, and start reading. And then you won't hear words anymore. Don't take me wrong. Hearing words is handy for intensive reading. Sometimes I even move my lips to really get to the meaning of a certain phrase. But when you want to read fast, you should be able to switch off this habit. Don't reread. Yes, when you are reading, you should always be looking for a certain answer. And if you don't understand something, but you still don't think that that is the answer, don't stop to reread. Keep on moving. It doesn't matter if you don't understand everything, and most likely you won't. Accelerate first, then slow down. This is a good exercise to learn how to read fast. Do you drive? Imagine if you're driving on a highway at 120 kilometers per hour and then you slow down to 60. it will feel so slow. But if you're driving at 30 and then you accelerate to 60, it will feel fast, even though the speed is the same. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take a book in English or an article and start reading fast, too fast. And then, after a couple of paragraphs, slow down. And your new speed will be faster than your regular reading speed. Now I want to share with you the technique I use to improve my reading speed. After I graduated from the UK university, I was looking for a job in London, and many UK corporations make you take verbal reasoning tests because it's such an easy way to assess you. So I was competing against native speakers and I felt that I was at a disadvantage because I just couldn't read as fast. So that's what I did. I'm going to tell you the adapted to IELTS version. First of all, you need to read texts which are similar to what you're going to have during your exam. You can find them on the Guardian Science section. Read at least one article a day. So first, I want you to read the whole article extensively. Read it quickly. Don't stop, don't translate words, don't pronounce words in your head, say if you need, don't reread anything, and probably you won't be able to understand everything. And I want you to get used to this feeling too, that you should be able to retrieve the information you can get without getting too confused about some bits you can't understand. Once you finish reading, read the same article again, this time intensively, slowly, carefully, translating words, thinking about difficult sentences and difficult phrases, and really trying to understand everything. Next day, take the next article and repeat. And I promise you, if you be doing it regularly, you will see results. Apart from reading articles similar to IELTS reading, I just want you to read as much in English as possible. If you're thinking about reading a book, buy it in English. If you're searching for instructions how to do something, search in English. The more information you consume in English, the faster your brain will be able to process it. Okay, let's go back to IELTS reading. You should always read to find the answer. I mean, you shouldn't just read the whole passage and then start reading questions hoping to answer them. That will be a huge time waster. You should always know what you're looking for. Many questions come in order. It means you can read the first question, find your answer, read the next question, continue reading the text until you find the answer, and so on. Some questions don't come in order. For example, matching headings. In this case, you should read the first paragraph, find the answer, read the second paragraph, find the answer, and so on. So you always know what you're looking for. And some tips help you concentrate. You should highlight keywords in questions to know what you're looking for. You should highlight keywords in the passage, such as names, dates, names of places, names of theories. There are often questions about them, and it's just great if you can go back to the correct place straight away without searching for it again. One more thing. When you're looking for your answers, you should look for synonyms. You should look for paraphrasing, because you will never find the same words in your question and in the correct answer. Those will always be paraphrased. Okay, and you should practice using the official IELTS reading tests because they are exactly like the real thing. And several of them are available for free. You can find them in my IELTS study plan. And you should also know which questions come in order and which don't, which question types, because it's a huge time saver. And I've done my research You can see it in this video. Thank you for watching me today. Good luck with your preparation and your exam. Bye!